Good morning. So I'm going to try something. This is David, by the way. I just think I want to record some poems and put them out there during these days of quarantine or self-isolation, self-distancing. Um, it's a beautiful morning here in Salt Lake City. The sky is cloudy, overcast, somewhat little bits of blue sky here and there. But spring is definitely here. You can see the flowers around. I went for a 2.5 mile walk this morning early when almost nobody's out. I'd like to read a poem for you that I recently wrote. It's called Soup. Why Did I Not Learn to Love You? 1. Grandma always had warm soup on the stove. It was ready for us when we came to visit. I swear she never emptied the pot, just added new potatoes, meat, celery, or what was at hand. When served a bowl, sometimes dark red tomatoes glared at me, sharp with acid enriched by time. Whole from bottles Grandma put up the fall before. These tomatoes were kind of like her. Soup was her love, always on the table, on the way to our bellies. Her tongue could be sharp, the discipline of a knife to peel us, dice us, ready for us for the hot broth of a life she knew as war. Always a threat, a battle. Her soup fortified us and was just part of her. Even when she was acidic, a bowl of soup awaited. 2. Sometimes Mom made Grandma's soups. Sometimes she'd make her own or just open a can of Campbell's. Sunday evenings, supper was a bowl of tomato soup with broiled white bread and cheese hot out of the oven. Dipped in the bowl, they were sloppy, stretchy yellow. Sometimes Mom made her Frisian grandma's rice soup, or even parsley soup, both with meatballs. Sometimes she would find pearled barley and bottled potatoes to make an English soup, more like her mother's. Mom's was not acidic. Neither was she, though warm and touching were not her thing. Not infrequently in forgetfulness she would burn the soup. Her mind left cooking. It worked on other things, her compositions, her research on my dad's genealogy that went back to the Mayflower. That was American, like Campbell's, and so contrasted with her inherited soups that came, like her parents, from kitchens over the ocean. Letters crossed the waves, sometimes even people arrived now by air, while we ate more and more from cans, learned the pledge in school, became proud of freedom, forgot our soups. 3. Steaming and fragrant as if from the fine perfume section at Saks, a bowl of pho settles reverently on our table by an offering of scented greens, bean sprouts and sliced jalapenos. It is not for me. I don't order soup. Instead, I get bun, noodles, greens, and flavored tofu. Soup, even a wholly Vietnamese broth, does not satisfy my longings for a meal. A first, of course, yes, but a meal needs a second act. Prayer alone is not good enough. In the absence of more, soup will not do. In Bolivia and Peru, years of daily soups graced by a long sequence of tables in front of me. A mandala of sopa de semola, sopa criolla, sopa la minuta, sopa de maní, and many more. Each a breath, an invocation of blessings. Milanesa, bife a lo pobre, sacta de pollo, picante. When I left Bolivia for the first time, I did not need to sacrifice to the shrine of Pizza Hut or McDonald's. Instead, tortillas, hand-rolled from fresh slaked ground and hand-rolled from fresh slaked and ground corn next to a pot, darkly perfumed of black beans soaked and then boiled for hours. A mantra. Tortillas and beans, along with the of pho, have now claimed the red and white striped land of mine. We even eat chimichurri and ají de gallina, fish sauce, sriracha, gochujang, claim equal time in our sacred consideration of cuisine. Still, I'm not a devotee of soup, except on rainy, cold fall days when I must make parsley soup with clove-scented meatballs, or snowy days of winter when carrots, potatoes, and dried peas simmer into soup with sausage balls. Otherwise, give me pizza. Thank you. See you tomorrow.